Hello. So today I want to show how to make this bonus card from our Beach Party kit. So for those who, first let me say, all day yesterday I was in my VIP group, which is a private group for those who have signed up for the VIP program through me. And we have a club now, and so each month we're making projects out of the book. And so one of the projects this month that we did is the Beach Party cards, which you can see right here on pages 12 and 13 of the July-September book. And they were so much fun to make. Excuse me. So with their, as part of their club benefits, I am attempting to create a bonus project with each of the kits. So this is the bonus project with that Beach Party card making workshop kit. And it's an interactive card using images and stamps from that card kit. So I kind of wanted to go through the tutorial. So those in my club that have ordered this kit, I'm sending you the pieces so that you can make this. But today I want to demonstrate how I made it and how you can assemble yours that are receiving them. And first, let me just say, this idea or pattern, first of all, I copied from another maker by the name of Kelly. And once you've done this, once you've created one, you could use anything in this center. I mean, imagine Christmas. You could have a Christmas tree or a Christmas gift or an angel, or for birthday, it could have a cake or a candle, or even in the kit we just worked with, you could fit, you know, the popsicles or the flamingo. Actually, the flamingo would fit not in the white part, but he will fit within that frame there. So any of these will work inside that circle, but the theme could be whatever you want it to be. So once you've seen how to do this, I hope that you will want to try to make more using different colors and products and images in that center. So you will need some sort of die cutting and embossing machine. So I am using the one that Close to My Heart offers. And let me show you, first of all, where it is in our book. So you will find it in our core catalog. And in the new book, page 93, you'll find it over here in the bottom. The price is going up September 1st. So if this is something you're interested in right now, it is $99, I believe. And on the 1st of September, it goes up to $149. Unfortunately, we cannot get this at half price. You know, probably because it is not made by Close to My Heart. It's made for Close to My Heart. And because it's a high-priced item, they haven't priced it at the level where they could offer half price. So this one is full price. So this particular machine has been branded for Close to My Heart. You can see the logo on the side here. I'll show you what I like about this. And of course, whatever machine you may already have or find may offer similar or better features. So first of all, let me say, it has this low profile, and it has a handle with a rubber grip, which makes it very easy to carry and handle. It is heavy. It does have rubber pieces on the bottom, and when you open up the sides, it locks it into place on the table so that it doesn't move around as you're working with it. So you're going to, and you can take the handle off, and that way it gives you a nice smooth profile so that you could pack it if you're traveling to a crop or somewhere where you need to bring this. So first you're going to want to open up the two sides, and then they slide into place. They lock into place. The sides open up. So let me turn it this way maybe. So the sides will open and offer storage inside. So you can add your tools or things you might need inside, and that's where I've hidden the handle. So the handle, it has a lock button and an unlock button, so that slides nice and easy there. So I'm going to just lock it into place. I'm going to pull back to unlock and then release to lock. So now it is attached and I can use it. Now, probably before I added the handle, I should have shown you the sides. So one of the things I like, let's take the handle off. Again, here's another video of what not to do. I'm glad I can be so helpful in that regard. Okay, so here, let's make sure you can see with the light, sorry. All right, well, maybe we'll just do our best. Here, one of the things I like about it, there's two different knobs. Here, when you have it turned in this position, it says die cut. So this is for cutting with the metal dies. What the brand we carry, we call thin cuts. Straight up and down, it says letterpress and 2D embossing. So when we're using our embossing folders, this is the setting you want to use. And then over here is for 3D embossing folders. That's the 3D. For our products right now, we're going to be using the die cut for the metal dies and the 2D embossing for the embossing folders. Another feature I really like is down here is a knob that you can press in and turn if you need to make it more loose or if you need to make it more tight. It's numbered and it has various degrees inside so that you can find the setting that works best for you. So depending on the thickness of your paper, depending on whether you're doing one piece of paper or layering a couple pieces, or in the case today, we have 3 pieces of paper. I'm going to loosen it because it would be too tight to run it through. But if I have one piece of cardstock and one metal die, straight up and down works for me most of the time. But as you're working with whatever products, you may find that you need to make it a little tighter or a little looser. And so this gives you great flexibility in that regard. Alrighty, now I'm going to unlock this, attach, and lock. So I am using our circle, shaker, window, and confetti thin cuts. Let me pull this up. So there's a piece of tacky tape there just so you see it. But so this is what comes in that set with the circle, window, shaker dies, and confetti. You can make your own confetti out of stars and hearts. I've already used this frame to cut out in the Capri paper, this stitched frame. So normally this would help cover the shaker window, but we're not doing a shaker in this case, but it still makes a very nice frame on our project. So this coordinates with, so as you can see, this will cut out the hole that this is going to go over. Hopefully that makes sense when you see it. So here is the card again, just so you can kind of see. What I've done is I've cut my cardstock on the front here. So this is Bluebird dark side and Capri light side. And then you have the card base, the white card base. And I've just centered it on the card base. The card base, of course, is going to be 5.5 by 4 1/4. So the Capri paper on the bottom is 4 by 5 1/4. The Bluebird is 3 1/4 by 5. And I'm just centering it on the card base and using some of our brand new tacky tape. Alrighty, so I'm going to take, I've taped this in place, and then I'm taking this circle frame and I'm just placing it about 3/4 of the way down, which would, so you can eyeball it, you can use your ruler to measure it. You just want to make sure there's enough room at the bottom to add your sentiment. So right about there, I think, is centered. Okay, so I've got everything taped in place just so that it won't slide and move. So now I'm going to put this on our cutting mat. So another thing I like about this particular cutter is that it is 6 wide by 13 long. So if and when we come out with, and in fact we actually do, we have longer dies for slimline cards, and we'll be able to use this cutting machine. I like that about this. So then I'm going to have the platform. So it's just going to be sandwiched in here, and you want to cut into this rubber replaceable. They're all replaceable. I should have showed you that in the book. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to move my embosser back here. So I'm going to be cutting through. So I am turning to the die cut section, and then I am making it, I'm going to turn it to number 1 to make it a little bit more loose. I have 3 layers I'm cutting through. So I'm going to push it through 1 time. And just when it gets to that metal die, I can feel it pulling just a little bit. You feel the tension, and then you heard it just kind of click as it moved out the other side. Now I'm going to move it back through. So I'm essentially cutting through twice. And before I put this away, I'm going to make sure it did in fact cut all the way through. So let's check that out. So I'm just going to lift up, and I can already feel in the back that it did cut all the way through. There's that white piece. Alrighty, so now see that tape just comes right off without damaging my project. Now if I had run this through ahead of time and then cut the circle, it would have kind of smashed down the impression that this embossing folder left. I'm going to pull my die cutting embossing machine back. Now I'm turning this up to the 2D embossing. Again, I'm just going to sandwich it between the cutting mat and this base plate. And I'm gonna run it through. Alrighty, so there are the beach waves. Yay! All right, I want to center it on the edges and make sure that the circle lines up in the middle. So I'm kind of looking at the circle, and if the circle matches, the rest of the card should line up as well. There we go. Second time's a charm. Alrighty, and now I have the bluebird dark side. And just adding some adhesive around the edges. And again, I'm gonna line it up in the center, line it up with the circle, and eyeball those edges to see if that looks about right. I think it does. Yay! Alrighty, so there is our card front. Easy peasy, right? Okay. Now for the inside part, we want to make this fold. So let me set this aside and bring in, so Close to My Heart used to offer a scoring board, and other brands offer them as well. What I liked about ours is the arm that you could pull out. It was compact and could travel well, and your bone folder or scoring tool would tuck right into that little cubby there. So you can use this to score lines where you want and measure across. But what if you don't have one of these? No worries. Let me show you a trick you can use. Because you're a paper crafter, I'm sure you have a cutter of some sort. So you can use your cutter And this track where the blade runs, just grab your bone folder. And so for this piece, the accordion fold inside, we are going to score at 2 inches. So lay your cardstock down, go over to the 2-inch line, and then just go across, go through that track, the cutting track. And now I'm going to move over to 4 inches. And I'm going to score down that cutting track. And then I'm going to go to 6.5, which means I need to open my arm. There's 6.25 and 6.5, which basically is going to give you a 1/2 inch on this side. So you could measure either way, 6.5 over here or a 1/2 inch over on this side. So those are our score lines. So basically it's going to go like this. So I'm going to fold at the 2-inch. So find that score line, try to keep it straight. Use your bone folder to get a nice crisp edge. Then we're going to fold at the next 2-inch line. Let's go this way. Fold it back. Make sure you have it straight. And then secure that with your bone folder. And then we have this 1/2 inch piece is actually going to go like this. I should have made my scoring a little bit deeper on this one. It doesn't quite want to fold. I could fold it this way first and then fold it back. That's better. Okay. And now let's crease that line. Okay. So it's going to go in the card like this, almost like walking upstairs. Let's go ahead and get this glued inside of our card. So it's basically going to, there'll be about 1/8 of an inch showing top, bottom, and the side there. You can eyeball it or you can measure. So I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to this bottom piece. This 2-inch piece that's actually going to be on the card base on the inside. So just this portion, no adhesive on the next 2 sections. So it's going to go about like that. Looks good. Press down, and why not, while I'm at it, let me go ahead and add this white sentiment piece. So as you open it, you will have a place to write your little message inside. Again, just kind of centering that white piece on there. So for those who want to recreate this, I should tell you, this blue piece here was, or is, 5 1/4 by 7. It's scored at 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6.5, or the 1/2 inch on the side. And this little white piece is 1 7/8 by 5 inches. Alrighty, so now this piece is going to actually glue to the back side. And actually, since there's going to be some tension on this, I think I'm going to use our red adhesive tape. Let me go grab that. Okay, our red line adhesive tape comes in a package like this. Another good option would be liquid glass, something that's just going to hold firm as people lift and close. go ahead and fold that flat and lay this down and press. So you can use a bone folder, you can just press firmly, but now it's going to open and close, and I feel certain that that's going to be strong enough to hold. All right, so now we're ready to, let's go ahead and put together our center circle. So here is, let's go ahead and get all the pieces I need out here. So I'll keep the sample card there. Now I used just a little bit of our Sundance ink and my new favorite tool in the whole wide world, and just tried to create a little bit of a glow in the background. So you know the van's going to be in the center, so I didn't want to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to start in the center and move out so that if I get heavy-handed, it would be covered by the van. Let's see. And sometimes as you're doing this, it looks like awful, you know, like I've just totally messed this up. But once you add your image on top, you just see the glow. I'm gonna put that more like that. So you just see the glow in the background. That doesn't look horrible. And I may just kind of even that out a little. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna be happy with that and leave it alone. Next, I'm gonna glue down this stitched frame, and you could use liquid glass. Again, I'm gonna use the Tombow Mono liquid glue, the multi-glue, and I'm just gonna do, you can do a thin bead or you can do dots, but I'm trying to keep it in the center so it doesn't ooze out. I'm also trying to not use too much so that it doesn't ooze out or ripple. That should be good. Always put your lid back on. Here we go. Got it. All right. Now I'm just going to center that on that white circle. Okay, I need something to kind of just make those little dots adhere. All right, so, all right, those fit perfectly. Let's go ahead, while that's adhering, let's go ahead and add this sentiment. So you could use any sentiment in this kit, in your Beach Party Card Making Workshop kit. This one just says, "You're awesome." And I meant to do something before I did this. Again, what not to do, right? That's me. That's my purpose in life, to show you and teach you what not to do. I'm going to use a little of my Sundance ink again. Just a little bit to highlight the awesome. Now this we're going to glue to this part. You don't want to glue it to the 1/2 inch fold because it's not going to move. So you only want your circle to adhere to this section, not the 1/2 inch. Circle. Ta-da! Yeah, I did a little too much yellow. See how much white is around here? I like that better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So as you club members are doing this at home, keep that in mind. Try to keep your ink in the middle and just have a hint of it sticking out from your van. All right, and then the final touch is to add some silver sequins. These silver sequins came in your card kit, so you should have plenty left over. I've used mine for several projects, and they all have different sizes, so I'm going to use my pickup tool to try to find the sizes I want. So rather than keep you, I'm going to sift through my sequins and find the teeny tiny ones. I like those. And they really almost look like sparkles, clear sparkles. But anyway, that is the interactive Beach Party bonus card for those in my VIP club. And I hope you have fun making these on your own. Remember, you can do birthdays, Christmas, anything at all with this card pattern and technique. Hope you have a wonderful day.